if she had said she didn't finish her homework yet, that would have been the incentive. Okay, I have lollipop. If you finish your homework, you can have it. Yeah, so but she finished it, so yeah, that is the, what's that called?
Bride.
Yeah. How many days a week does it go? Daycare?
5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's every day.
Why? Because you work from home.
Because I can't take care of her and work at the same time. I'm a lawyer. So my camera is on, I'm talking to clients all day. I can't have a baby running behind me.
That's true.
And then my husband, he can't take care of her either.
So it has to be at work.
Yeah. So, and it's good because she learns a lot there. She has a
They
good
teach
time.
them?
Yeah, and the daycare is a home daycare and it belongs to our friend that we know.
Okay, great.
So she's not with strangers. All the kids that go there are kids of parents that we all know them and like they're all our friends.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
I'm really good friends with at least like 3 of the moms.
That's good.
So all our kids know each other. We're in a group chat always talking. My friend's telling me about his work drama. I'm like, oh boy.
I love to listen to what grandma do.
Yeah, but this
They be
is
juicy
like,
as hell.
it's like the same thing because he hates his boss. I'm like, you need to update your resume.
And then he complains about the same thing all the time and not do anything about it.
He's like, oh, he can't leave that job because then it's going to look like on his resume that he's a job hopper, so he has to stay for at least 2 years. I'm like, okay, well, you're going to suffer.
I mean, has he done 1 year there?
He's going to have 1 year in September.
So maybe you should just wait till 1 year and then.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, 1
Yeah,
year
1 year is fine.
And nobody really cares. Like, you interview well, you're gonna move on. Like no one is, and then the next. What if the next job is the perfect job and you stay there for 10 years? No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, that one before this one, you were only there for 1 year. Nobody cares.
You're right.
You can't be stuck on what other people think.
Yep. We got talks this in. Alright, better. You have to think about you and do what's best for you.
Yeah, and like I wouldn't be able to work at a place where my boss is constantly like disrespecting me and screaming at me.
Yeah.
That's not worth it. I don't care what my resume says. Even if I was there for 2 weeks, I'm out of here. I've left jobs before. After I was at one job for like 3 weeks because the guy was nuts. And I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And it's not even on my resume. I don't even put that on my resume.
You know what? Exactly. You don't have to even put it. That's me. That was so me when I was out there working.
I'm like, I'm not even gonna put
You know
that
how
on my
many
resume.
jobs never made it on my resume?
That never existed. It's not
Yeah.
on my LinkedIn.
If I spent less than 3 months at the job, it did not happen.
And they asked me why there was a gap. I'll just say that, you know, things happen.
Yeah. Just come up with some story or whatever. Just make it cohesive. That's it.
But I'm not driving myself crazy. The job before this job, I was at it for 6 months. And the only reason why I lasted 6 months was because it took me a while to find another job.
No. But that is also smart. You find a new job first. Some people will get frustrated and then they just leave like right away and then be jobless.
No, I don't want to be jobless.
I've met people like that. And they be like, I can't take it. I just had to leave. Like they leave on impulse, you know? They won't really think it through. Maybe that day they're really having a crappy day at work and they're like, you know what? Screw this.
How long do you think we have left? Realistically.
I don't know, maybe 40 minutes.
Okay.
Because you know the hot, like
I'm gonna say
45 or so because the hot water and stuff, and I have to set it.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna tell him an hour because the thing is that I have my in-laws watching the baby.
Okay.
And she usually goes down by 8:30, but she's gonna have to wait.
My husband is now.
No, he works nights. He works 4 to 12.
Oh.
You don't have earlier appointments, or is this the earliest?
No, I don't. The earliest is some days is 2:30.
2:30?
Yeah, because I do other things in the morning.
Okay. I'm gonna have to see on your calendar.
Yeah. And I do hair up till like 11 p.m.
I know,
12
but my baby
yeah.
used to be in bed by now. Even though if like I come on the days that he's off, because he's off Friday, Saturday. So like if I find something on a Friday, Saturday, then he can put her to bed. But usually my in-laws don't put her to bed because they don't bathe her.
So that's for today. When you do your next hairstyle that is gonna be like smaller than this, then we'll be done on time because I'm going to have my assistant and she's like really good now.
Oh,
because
nice.
she's been with me a long time.
Yeah. Working till 11 p.m. That's a lot.
I've been here 1 a.m. breathing.
Oh my god.
So it depends on how many clients we'll have that day, and it also depends on what styles. There are some styles where you're going to braiding and braiding and
Oh my god.
and then you regret being a braider.
Your hands don't get tired?
Nope.
Because I feel like I would get like carpal tunnel.
Nope.
Or like, what's that called when you get
I mean, like I had it one time, carpal tunnel, I think last year. I had it one time and it did not happen while I was braiding. Like I just started feeling the pain all of a sudden, and that was like weird. That was new to me. I didn't even know what it was.
I had carpal tunnel when I was pregnant.
Oh, when you were pregnant the first time?
Yeah, at the end. At the very end, my hands would be like, I couldn't even open like a bottle.
It was this finger, I couldn't see.
I
couldn't do that.
I couldn't do the motion of opening up a bottle.
That's
like,
and then my deodorants, you know how you have to like press it? The deodorants.
Yeah.
Like it was like the little things I couldn't do. And
that's carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was, and that pain lasted for like 4 or 5 months.
I had it like even after I gave birth. After I gave birth, maybe it lasted like a month or two. But it wasn't as severe as like the last week where it was just like I couldn't even. My ring didn't fit.
But what triggered yours though?
It was pregnancy. That was the only time. It was
so you just like started all of a sudden, like just
at the end of my pregnancy, like the last 3 weeks.
So, like something did not happen, like you didn't use your hands while you were pregnant for something delicate or like...
No, nothing triggered it. It was just pregnancy.
Damn.
Nothing. I was living my life regular, doing the things that I do regular. I was just, because I work in front of the computer typing away, and I couldn't even hold the mouse the last 3 weeks.
Pregnancy is crazy.
I know, and my feet were so swollen, I couldn't even recognize my feet.
How about your nose?
No, my face stayed the same.
Damn, look at you, God's favorite.
Yeah, no, I'm not God's favorite.
You are God's favorite. That is the worst.
No, let me show you my feet, because I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even stand up. My feet were so bad, I couldn't even stand. It was terrible. When I tell you that, like, even walking hurt, I couldn't do anything. I've never in my life experienced anything like this. Look at my feet.
Like you had diabetes or something.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I could not look at my feet.
You said those were the last few weeks?
Yeah, so this is June 16th. She was born June 26th.
Oh wow.
I could not stand because the bottom of my feet were so swollen.
So you needed to elevate.
Yeah, that's why in all the pictures my feet are up. Look how crazy that.
So do you still need to, like, how does your feet feel for this pregnancy? Do you still need to do
But the thing is that this only happened, it could still happen because this happened the last 3 weeks. So maybe in in August, this is how I'm gonna be. All I know, it was horrible. But look at me this was like 2 weeks before I gave birth. My face was the same.
Oh, face still cute.
Yeah, my face was completely the same.
Imagine, you won't believe that was the face on that body that you just showed me.
Yep. This is when I first started noticing. I'm like, something's wrong with my feet.
Oh wow.
And they were just so swollen.
And did it hurt as they were swollen?
Yeah, it hurt so much I couldn't stand up.
Oh wow.
It was bad. I could not walk. I could not stand. It was just like achy. It was bad. I think it was also the heat. It was so hot last June and humid.
This year is not as.
No, this year now it was hot, but like the last couple of weeks with all this rain and then it's like in the 60s. It doesn't feel like summer.
Yeah. Like
so,
I'm still waiting for the summer, honestly.
Yeah, so it's been a little better than last summer because last summer was really, really hot and humid. And I don't think that the heat helped. I definitely was more swollen. My doctor was like, "Oh, we need to check your blood pressure." My blood pressure was fine because all that swelling and water retention. She was like, "Oh, maybe it's preeclampsia," and I didn't have protein in my urine or anything like that. I didn't have any issues.
Yeah. At least thank God it wasn't preeclampsia.
Yeah, that's because that's one of the first symptoms of preeclampsia is all that
Swollen feet, really?
Yeah. I didn't know. I only found out when it was happening to me, and I started, Googling
it. Yeah. So I had one friend that had it, and she just had like very terrible headaches all the time.
Did she have high blood pressure?
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
No, I even got the blood pressure machine at the house because I was like, well, let me just make sure and monitor it because I don't know if I have high blood pressure. I only know my blood pressure when I go to the doctor's office. So I bought the machine and I would like take it. I would check it in the morning and check it at night, and it was always in a normal level, and I never had high blood pressure.
And as soon as you had the baby, the feet went back to normal.
Yeah, like after a couple of days. I was in the hospital for like 4 days. By the time I went home, my feet were fine. And they didn't hurt. And I lost like 20 pounds by the time I got home. I was like, wow, look at me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you left the hospital and went home and already lost like 20 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, the baby weighed like what? Almost 10 pounds?
Almost 9.
Yeah, so that was like half of it.
Yeah.
And then the blood and the water.
Yeah.
That was basically it.
Yeah. But I weighed so much because when I got pregnant, I was like 150. When I gave birth, I was 240.
That's like 100 pounds almost.
Yeah. Oh. This time around, when I got pregnant, I was like 165. Right now, I'm like 210.
That's not as high.
And then I like to run, so I lost the weight right away last time. I'll show you how big I got. Oh my god, it was crazy. Look, this was when I got really big.
Oh my god.
And then this was after.
What?
Yeah, because I like to run. So I just get on the treadmill and I run. I could run for like 2 hours straight.
Oh wow.
That's why I was so worried about my feet being so swollen. I'm like, am I ever gonna be able to run again?
Of course.
And running is the fastest way to lose weight. As soon as you get your stamina up and you can run, that's it. You can lose weight right away.
Do you lift at all?
Do I what?
Like lift weights?
I lift because I go to Orange Theory Fitness. So part of the class is lifting, but I don't prefer lifting. I'd rather run. But sometimes you get flabby, so you have to run. I mean, you have to lift. I don't really lift heavy weights, do you?
Yep.
I don't know. I just feel like I never know what I'm doing. That's why I'd rather just do it with the class because they tell us what to do. And then we do all the reps that is on the screen.
You just start somewhere. And then you watch like some videos.
Yeah.
And then you figure it out as you do it. Listen, because the more muscles you have, the more easy it is for you to actually just lose weight.
No, I understand that, but the thing is that I don't like working out.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
so I don't like going to the gym. So the only way that I know to lose weight is to do something that I enjoy. And I remember I went to Zumba, I went to yoga, I went
Oh, you
to,
should come for Zumba.
I hate all that. I hate it.
You hate Zumba?
Yes. I'm telling you, I tried all these
Oh,
things.
no,
I hate
no,
them.
no.
I tried Pilates, I did kickboxing. I hate it. The only thing that I figured out, oh my god, I love this, is running. That's the only thing I like. So that's why I'm like, I can always do that, and I know I'm going to lose weight. Because I hate working out. I'm always looking for an excuse not to do it. And that's because I never found a workout that I like. I still don't have a workout that I like. But have you heard of Orange Theory Fitness?
I think I have.
It's basically 1 hour, one class, 1 hour, and they do rowing, running, and weights. And
Wait, all in 1 hour?
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, you do your whole body in 1 hour. And I signed up for that gym, and
So is that like a class at the gym, or that's what's
it's just
that's a class at the gym, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you can't even go to that gym unless you're doing a class, because all they do is classes.
Okay.
You can't just go in there and like use the machine or something like that. You sign up for the class and you go to the class and then you get out. But that's the only way that I know that I can go to the gym, because I know someone is waiting for me with some music, and then in an hour I can leave. But half the class for 30 minutes I get to run. So that's why I was like, alright, I can do this. Girl, I hated Zumba so much.
Why? You hate to dance?
And no, I love to dance. I just hated the class, and I thought that it was just stupid.
Oh. What Zumba did you go to?
It was a long time ago. I went to Zumba that they had at my school. Then I went to a Zumba that they had at Lucio Roberts when Lucio Roberts was still around. I tried Pilates and I didn't like it.
Oh wow.
Yoga to me was too slow and boring.
Yeah, yoga to me is slow and boring. I'm not gonna lie. And half the time I really do not know what I'm doing. It's like all this stretching and
stretching.
And I feel like my body doesn't even know what you're talking about. Like,
and I feel like I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, I feel like my body is not even can't even do that. Like how you expect my legs to go that way? Like
my friend loves yoga, and I went with her, and I was like, fine, let me try it out. And I went to like maybe because I had bought a packet, and the packet must have been like 10 classes. I think I went to like 7, and she's like, well, you have 3 more. I was like, girl, find out if you could transfer them, because I don't want them. I'm not going back. But yoga wasn't for me. What else have I tried? Kickboxing.
I never tried those.
I went to see KO Kickboxing in Lindenhurst. I remember I would drive on Sunrise Highway to that place. And after a while it was fine, but I felt like the class just kept getting repetitive to the point where I'm just like, I was bored. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And every single time I went, I would break a nail. So I'm like, I can't do this. You guys are costing me money now.
Yeah, I think after a while they all become repetitive because it's the same things.
Yeah, it was the same thing, and it was like the same playlist too. I'm like, can you put other music? What's going on here?
Are you talking about for Zumba?
No, kickboxing.
No, okay.
Oh, but I imagine Zumba is gonna be the same, right?
Yeah, it has to be. I think it has to be so that you can actually know the steps.
And then next thing you know, everybody looks like you guys in a music video choreographed, because everybody knows the steps already.
I guess, but they switch it off. They switch it up every now and then, you know. So, but every time they switch it up, now you have to learn the new steps or whatever.
My mom loves Zumba. She used to go. Oh, I did cycling. That's what I did.
Yeah, older people love
cycling.
No, love Zumba.
Yeah, my mom loves Zumba. Oh my god! And one time at we tried aqua Zumba in the pool.
Oh wow!
And I was like, all right.
You did not like it?
No.
What?
I didn't want to wet my hair all the time. I was like, this is.
So what was the one thing you liked?
Running.
Running. Okay, yes, you've said that.
Yeah, running. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's so relaxing to me.
Yeah. Maybe you should come and try my Zumba one more time and decide. Maybe because I'm there, we're gonna have fun.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
And it's right next to you there in Day Park.
Yeah, that one has a pool, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the one that my brother-in-law goes to. My husband's brother goes there, cause he swims.
Mm.
He's a swimmer. I can't get into swimming because I don't like wetting my hair like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not messing up my hair. But I know he goes swimming almost every morning.
Yeah. So the thing is that I've never even used their pool because I feel like I don't want to be out there trying to figure out how to change in and out and all of
there's
that.
an etiquette for that. You have to like learn.
Learn what? How to change?
No, like change lanes, you say?
No, like change in and out of my clothing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. You do have to get out your bathing suit.
And all that.
And you'll be wet. And then you might as well shower there too to get all the clothes off of you.
Yeah. I mean, the older women, they really don't be caring. They're all out there like as if it's their house.
Getting butt naked?
Yeah, and just getting dressed from scratch and not caring.
I mean, how old are they? Like in their 60s, 70s?
Yeah, 67.
They're like, we've been here long enough and we don't care.
We don't care.
Like,
yeah. Some of them walk out the bathroom like that. So the dress.
and they're like, girl, you look and you want to look.
Yeah, girl, this is your grandma, okay?
That's crazy. Maybe we're both gonna be like that when we're in our 60s, 70s.
Yeah, you don't be caring anymore. Okay, girl, the last row. And make some. Okay, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
What?
It's a joke. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Always having to take out the hair. This is where I miss my assistant.
Oh, because they help you set up all the hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just focus on the braiding. You just have 4 braids left, okay?
Good, because I feel bad for this little girl, but I still need to bathe her.
You still need to bathe her?
Yeah, my in-laws don't do any, but she ate her food, so that's good.
Okay, they just like watch her.
Yeah, they just watch her because everything is upstairs, and then like because they're so old,
they don't really go up the stairs.
They don't go up the stairs, but they also she's not gonna crouch down to bathe her.
No.
You know, if they were younger,
Yeah.
it would be fine, but you know,
Yeah, I know.
they're older. But I didn't have a choice. I was like, listen, they're gonna have to watch her. Because last time I came, my mom came from the city to watch her. Because my mom is younger.
Yeah.
She has more energy. She gets things done. I trust her to get things done. I don't have to be checking in on my mom.
Because that's your mom. It's always a difference.
Yeah, but like she also like she knows where everything is. Like she doesn't need.
Even though she's not the one who lives there.
Even though she's the one that doesn't live there, she knows where everything is. She knows how to do everything. With my mother-in-law, like if I leave her, let's say like if I have to go in a rush and I leave her there and she's in her pajamas, I'll find her just like that in her pajamas. With my mom, if I leave her in her pajamas, I come back and I find a whole doll. She's a Barbie. They dressed her. Her hair is nice. And color the whatever like color coordinated, like little details match the dress.
Yeah.
Match the shoes. She's bathed. She ate.
Yeah. It was just like that. Like when my mom and my mother-in-law watched my son. Oh my God. Like my mother-in-law's own was so bad that sometimes like I would go out and come back and the boy's diaper would be like so full.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, you can't change your diaper.
Yeah, it would
And
be
then
like that.
you won't even be able to say anything because it's
I
your
say
in-law.
it.
And then you're supposed to like be grateful for the little help.
No, I say it. I'm like, oh, so you want her to get a rash on her butt? She's gonna get a rash on her butt. If you see the diaper that's that full, you have to change it because then she's gonna be the one suffering. Don't you love her?
Oh my god, you say all that?
Yeah.
I wish I could. Not in an African home.
I say it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna hear all the in-laws, all the relatives all over the world. They're gonna hear how disrespectful. They're gonna hear about how disrespectful I was.
That's probably why she doesn't like me.
Because you say your mind.
I do.
I like that for you.
I always speak my mind. But I'm not disrespectful. I'm just speaking my mind.
Yeah, but you see what they interpret as disrespectful. Where I'm from, you'll be surprised.
Yeah, no.
Half the time, speaking your mind is disrespectful.
See, that's a problem though.
So it's like, oh, you can't talk like that to an elderly person, you know? You
Yeah.
can say certain things or whatever. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. I'm definitely going to say it.
I'm gonna push you down, okay?
Okay. So what's the longest, like, the most complicated braids? How long it takes?
Oh, right now is one trendy hairstyle that's called the gypsy braids. So when they get it in the smalls, yeah, that could take forever.
I don't even know what that is. Let me Google it. Gypsy braids?
Yeah, it's actually like boho braids, but it's just that it uses less braiding hair like this and more human hair feedings. And then you just keep feeding in those human hairs over and over and over and over again.
Oh, so like this is gypsy braids?
That's badly done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more like a
Like this?
kind of similar. You know what? Go on my Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How long? That must be like 10 hours.
Yeah.
And in one sitting? I'd be
Yes.
like, girl, I'll come back tomorrow.
I swear to God, it's in one sitting. Sometimes it could even take more than 10 hours, depending on the volume of it. So, oh no. Sorry, it's this one now. Yeah, but wait, where did you go before?
That one.
That's my makeup page. Let's follow it. Thank you. And then, alright, I rebranded. That's why there's the confusion. So now it's just the Long Island Braiders.
Oh, okay.
Yes, see, you're already following this one. Alright, so this is the hair. Just wait for the transition.
Oh, that's a lot. And this is small?
Yeah.
How long does that last?
Oh, it could last as long as 3 months.
I just feel like I'd rather just have braids. Because when I have those little loose hairs like that, even though I go to sleep with a bonnet, like I feel like it's gonna get messed up with me.
You pull it up. That is also, yes, that's also gypsy. Alright, so stay in there, your middle part and get going. Yeah, just lower your head a bit, yes.
When did you start braiding?
When I started doing hair,
Yeah.
when I was 7 years old.
7? Who taught you, your mom?
Nope, self-taught.
Really?
100%.
At 7 years old?
So at 7 years old, I would braid like my dolls. you know.
Yeah.
And then, but back then in the 90s, they did not have like black dolls or like black hair.
So they were all a bunch of blonde dolls.
Blonde dolls with the
blue eyes.
with the, forget about the eyes. It was the hair that was the problem for me because the hairs were so hard and stiff.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did not really used to enjoy doing that. So I prefer to braid my mom's throw pillows instead. You know, like the things that came out of the sides of the pillows, those little ropes. I would braid the head out of them.
Did you ever even show her?
All the time. My mom she would always complain and nag that I was ruining her living room, ruining her aesthetics and whatever. Yeah, I did that till like I was 9. So I think I was.
Why were you braiding your sister's hair?
So at the time, most of my sister cut their hair.
Oh, okay.
It was including me. So my aunt who lived with us, she used to do our hair, and then we gave her like so much stress. And then one day my mom got mad and just took us to the barber shop.
She like, take it all off.
Yep, and so we had no hair. So when I was 9, then our hair had like grown back in. So then I started doing my sister's hair. So there's a sister of mine, I use her hair really to learn. I would just do anything that came to my head. I would like just take the comb. I won't even decide that this is what I want to do yet. I'll just take the comb and anywhere.
And she would let me.
I mean, I was way older than her. I was older than her with like 6 years. She was my baby sister, so it was not a matter of letting me.
Yeah.
It was a matter of my mom not wanting to spend money.
So you were doing her a favor eventually.
Yeah, so my mom did not mind. My mom would be the one who would actually ask me to go do her hair. So as I got better at school, they began to ask her, who did your hair? Like, you know, it's there becoming pretty and pretty. And then everyone wanted to know who did your hair, her hair. Between 9 and 10, I started doing other kids' hair at her school because now their parents brought their kids.
And they would pay you?
No, not really. But I mean, I got practice.
Yeah, you got a lot of practice.
Out of it.
And then eventually.
So it was like basic cornrows. Like I could cornrow, I could do like, you know, it was basic stuff, and then I would play around with the design. So I did not learn to start using extensions until I was around like 12.
Okay.
So then I just figured it out, like how to put in extensions. Then the moment I figured that out, now all my family members, grown, wanted me to do their hair. Yeah. So at this time, I had already become like a pro at it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, let me put this down again.
That's really good.
Yeah. So now they did my hair. They did my hair and nobody wanted to pay. I mean, rather I did their hair. And then when I got to high school, then I started charging.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but the whole time I never thought I was gonna be a braider. Like I would grow up and be a braider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was not even.
Well, obviously not if you were studying English in college.
Yeah. So the moment I went to college, I forgot all about braiding.
Oh, so you weren't braiding in college?
Nope. Even my friends at college did not know what I knew how to braid.
Really?
Yeah, because honestly, even though at that point in time I was like over it, my family had used me so much.
You were doing it for free?
You know what I mean? So they had used me so much and it was like so time consuming. So when I got to college, I wanted to, like when I wasn't studying, I wanted to be outside having fun, not stuck doing somebody's hair, you know. So a lot of people, they don't know I knew how to braid, and I went through college and came out, I started working and everything else. And it wasn't until I had my first child.
Okay.
And then we wanted to put him in daycare, and then daycare was like hella expensive.
They're so expensive.
I swear to God, it was so expensive. Then we had to weigh our options. Like, all right, should we go put him in daycare and I go back to work and I literally just work to pay the daycare?
No, it's not worth it.
You know? Or should I actually stay home for a few years and take care of my child while my husband works?
Yeah.
And then we decided on that. So, but after staying home for about 3 months, I got bored out of my head. Like, what can I do?
Yeah.
So I remembered. You know what, Lily? You know how to do hair.
Yeah, that's a whole business.
Yeah, so then I went on YouTube. I went on YouTube to see what the girls were doing then because like it'd been like what 10 years I hadn't touched no hair.
Oh wow. Not even your own?
Nah. The hair I hate to do most in life is mine. You know when braiders say, "Oh, I did my hair," I do my hair out of like compulsion, like
Yeah.
I have to, like I have an event I'm going to and I want to look cute and that's the only reason I do my hair. Baby kicking.
Yeah.
You need water?
No, I'm good.
You need a snack?
No, I'm
You
fine.
should snack. You haven't snacked in. Oh yeah, you had candy.
Yeah, I'll eat when I get home. I'm feeling okay right now.
Okay.
So then you started.
Where I'm from, we spoil pregnant women.
You what?
We spoil.
Oh yeah, where I'm from too.
Yes.
And you can't deny them food, or you gotta start in your own.
We spoil pregnant women because listen, bringing life into this world, listen, is a big deal. It's gonna always be a big deal. I'll just turn you around slightly so I can reach this. So I went on YouTube to see what the girls were doing. At that time, it was like good old box braids,
Yeah.
So I picked up my mannequin, did like a few on the hair. Oh, listen, I still got it. And so I remember then I told one of my friends, my family friends, like, you know what, how about I do your hair? And she was like, you want to play my hair? I was like, well, let's see. So I did her hair. She was like, holy cow, you know how to do hair? Of course I do. Yes. All right, just know
She was able to discovery.
Yes, perfect. So.
And you were hiding it the whole time.
Yeah, and then as soon as she discovered it, she was like, you know what, you can make money from this. I'm like, yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And then she said, so there's this website called Style Seat. You should go sign up for one of those and show pictures of your hair. So we took like 1 million pictures of her hair that day. And then I opened the thing called Style Seat.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, I heard about it. This was back in 2017, I think. And then I opened Style Seat and I put the pictures on it and said, oh, I do hair. And then like the following week, literally someone clicks on the thing and books an appointment. So books and appointments. And that was when I just come to New York from Houston. So now I was like, and the apartment was like small and stuff, so I was so worried about where I am going to do it,
Yeah.
like having people come in my home and stuff, all that. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I can go to them. So I was like, yeah, I can come to you. And she was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
So she booked this time. That was my first official client.
Is she still a client?
I did her hair that one time.
Oh, okay.
So let me tell you what. So it was the braids going up, ponytail, and all that, and I only charged her $40 at the time. So
but how much would you charge now for that?
For that's like an easy 180 or something.
Oh wow! So you did it for free?
Yeah. So and I was so happy too.
Yeah.
That was my first client. I remember my sister-in-law drove me there, dropped me off, and she was like, I'll come pick you when you're done.
And she only gave you $40?
Yep, she didn't even tip. So,
oh my God.
So I went there, and then in her room, I did the hair, and then she was like, oh, this is really nice. I was like, oh, thank you. She said, I'm going to tell my friends and my family, you're going to keep coming to us, right? I said, yeah. So she said, okay. So she paid me the $40. And I remember that I held on to those, it was two $20 notes. I held up to those notes. I did not mix it with any other money I had. I did not put it in the bank. I was just holding. And then I told my husband, listen,
I am going to put this, so what's it called? Put this money in church as tithes.
Oh wow.
For my first business earning. And I did just that.
And now look at you.
Yeah. And then so then like a few months later, I was away, I think on vacation, and then she had called me that she wanted to get her hair done. So I was like, I'm not available. I'm gonna be back so time. She said no, she needed to get it done like at that time. And I said it because I couldn't. So I guess maybe she found someone else and stayed there.
Yeah, but she wasn't gonna find someone else for your price.
Yeah, but she was the only one I charged $40.
After that, you were like, all right. Now
No,
I'm
no,
gonna charge
no.
you.
It wasn't. I didn't go up like that. After
Oh,
that,
okay.
it was like 50, 60. And then I stayed in the 70, between 70 and 100 for a long time.
Okay.
For like, till like 2019, literally.
Yeah, but you also have to look at your competition and like what other people are charging.
At the point in time, it was more about this kind of styles that people were getting. Now, people are complicated.
Yeah.
Now, the styles, like, back then it was good old box braid. There no even, the parts were not even like lines. It was, you know what I mean? Just parts and go.
Yeah.
But it was not. Now you have to slick down. You have to talk. Back then they just braided the thing with your hair.
Yeah.
So now the styles got complicated, more time consuming, more products, more precision. Then that's why it's more money.
Yeah. It takes longer.
Yeah, and your skills have to like match as the styles are evolving. Your skills have to keep evolving. We literally have to learn new things all the time. Like no matter how good you think you are, you all like
So
something.
like for example, when like the gypsy came out,
Exactly.
You have to, like, watch the videos.
You have to exactly. You have to say, okay, this is gonna use less braiding hair. I have to figure out how to feed all of this human hair into this thing seamlessly, so that you have to just watch the techniques. And then with the stitch braids, oh my god.
The stitch braids are the one
with the lines and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. But mostly guys get those, right?
No, everyone gets
Everyone gets those?
Yeah. Everyone gets those. The stitch braids. Oh. Girl, listen, your hair is gonna be beautiful on stitch braids. Let me give you some stitch braids one of these days.
I need to see what that looks like.
It's cornrows, but there's so much we can do with it.
Is it like this?
No, these are stitch twists. You see what I'm saying? That is also a new thing.
Like this.
These are straight back stitch braids. This is as basic as they get. So those are just straight backs. What I mean is that now they have like various designs. There's like so much we can do, So yeah, this is stitch braids on a girl with extensions.
Yeah, but I can't do that for work.
Watch it to the end.
Cause this I can it'll be fine.
So do you mean like this the design, or because it is cornrows?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like it's very frowned upon. It doesn't look professional.
Stitch braids?
Yeah.
Oh my
For
God.
guys it does, not
Let
for
me
girls.
see. So watch this. This is just basic straight back. So let me know what you think about those.
No, I love them, but I can't go to work with that.
No, I want to know if you think even this one, if you think out there this still looks unprofessional.
Not for mine. I have to go to court.
Oh.
Not for me. Not for me, but like any other job. If I had any other job, then yeah. But for me as a lawyer, I can't have my hair like that.
I understand now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I would love to have my hair like that, but
I know what you mean.
white people are not gonna accept that.
I know what you mean.
And then I get judged at work.
I had this man come to me for the first time last year. This person. So he wanted stitch braids for the first time. He never had them. So, but he's in law school.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a lawyer. And then he was like, I'm so scared because I don't know
it's
if
from
I
the
can
pound,
wear this,
yeah.
you know, and can you just make it not so obvious, like the stitches?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's either you just get like regular cornrows or you get stitch braids, because saying not make it obvious, it's gonna look as if I did not know what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like I did not do a good job.
Right, yeah. And that's the thing, that is just the profession. It's not that the braids are wrong. It's just that in
certain professions.
in certain professions, that hairstyle is not accepted. I think it's just white people being anti-black at the end of the day. But like something like this, like if I were to just put it like in a bun, I could go to work no problem.
Yeah.
Right now I'm working from home for the rest of my pregnancy, so I don't have to go to court, but I do still see clients.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, that this is fine. Last time I had my hair like this, and I lasted like almost a month, and it was fine. But it's just, all my coworkers are white.
I understand, and it's like mostly saturated with white people do the job.
Yeah, and so that becomes a problem because they start looking at you funny, and they sometimes think that hair slit back like that is like ghetto. Like they look at it like that's a prison hairstyle.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm
telling you.
This is sad to hear.
Yes.
In 2025.
Yes, I promise you that they just think it's ghetto. And it's just like, okay, that's just anti-black, and that's your personal problem. So I can understand where he was coming from if he's in law school, and he's probably in school with a bunch of white people too.
Yeah. So, but he did that, and he's been back ever since. Now trying different things.
Good for him.
Nothing too crazy, but
yeah,
you know, he's trying different things with caution.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. And I've also had like a few people who wanted to get like certain colors, and they're like, I wish I could.
Yeah.
You know, but then because they like, I'm doing this hair to go on vacation. They're like, yeah, but then I'm back on vacation. It's gonna be a waste because I have to take it right out.
Take it out, yeah. Cause like for example, my sister, she just got her hair braided, and she got like purple and red. I was like, oh my god, that looks so cute. I wish I could do that.
No.
But then I have to go back to work, and then I'd have to take it out immediately.
Oh wow. And then with the colors, it even costs more, especially if your hair is black like this, and then we have to tuck in the colors.
Yeah.
You know, tuck in your hair, so it just looks like it's blue or red or whatever color you're getting without the black getting in the way.
And that's probably another
skill
you had to learn.
That is a skill that I had to master. Not
yeah.
learn.
So yeah, we probably do have space for a pool, but I'm not trying to deal with all that maintenance. I hope you call the guy and see if he's available.
I swear, I hope so. I hope he is available, because I am desperate for a pool guy right now. Because I want to open the pool, you know. Like it's summer, everyone has their pool open.
Did you get to open it last year?
No, we moved in just right after the summer.
Oh, right, yeah, your son did mention that in September.
Yeah.
So this is going to be their first time.
Mm-hmm. So the one that actually showed up, and he opened the thing, and then he was like, yeah, you're going to need to change the lining. I'm just going to send the estimates or whatever. It's been a week.
Did you follow up? Because they probably
Yep.
forgot about you.
Yep.
That's crazy.
No response. The thing is that when they're like so busy like that, I think they behave that way until like they are broke. Then they remember, oh, there is this person who
Yeah. But they probably also have all their regulars they have to go cater to first.
I know. So I guess it's difficult to get in. Okay, she and Grandpa.
Yeah.
Looks like they have such a nice bond with her.
They really do. Yeah, I just feel bad because they're older, but she loves them. And when she is upstairs, sometimes she wants to go downstairs, and she'd be like, "Grandma," like from the stairs to come get her. I'm like, "Damn, you don't want to hang out with me?" But it's because they let her do whatever she wants. Sometimes when I be like, "No," she'd be like, "Okay." She packs up her stuff and she starts yelling, "Grandma!"
Grandma's baby.
Oh, are we almost done?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Sound like one of the kids, I guess. Are we almost done? I'll be like, soon, honey, soon.
Yeah, you have to come mentally prepared for these.
Yeah. You should stand up and stretch.
I did already.
Okay.
I did already. And I needed that stretch. The house across the street, they sell plants.
Yeah, everyone asks about that. Like, why is there so much plants?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember I was gonna ask you and I forgot.
It's an old man. I think that's just his hobby.
Oh, so he doesn't sell them?
He sells them.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I think he's retired and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
So.
They look so beautiful. As
Yeah.
soon as I pulled up, I was like, what is this?
Oh, that man lives for that thing. Every moment of every day, he's out there watering them and just.
I saw that he was like pruning some plants and like repotting one of them, and I was like, what's going
Yeah,
on
and he
here?
sells them so cheap, like $5 or $10 or something ridiculous. So you know it's just a hobby.
Good for him. You
Yeah.
have to do something. If you don't do something, you die.
You die. Yeah. This week. That.
I was expecting your daughter to be loud, but she's quiet too. You said she was gonna be there. That was slander what you did to her. Slanderous.
Oh no, girl. No, you're using the law term. Yeah, well, God knows I'm saying the truth.
That girl's an angel, and you're over here discrediting her. She was totally fine.
Oh my God. I think maybe she's just quiet because she's out there watching her favorite show and she's just happy.
Oh, okay.
But well, in all fairness, compared to like a lot of kids that I have met, I would say yeah, she's probably chill. But in this household, yeah, she is terror.
Is she like that in school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, okay, just to prove that I'm not lying. 2 days ago, the teacher texted that she was going to be getting a detention at lunch.
Uh-oh. For talking too much?
Yeah, according to the teacher, they were supposed to be quiet because they were having like a serious session or whatever it was she said. And then my daughter was busy making jokes and laughing.
She's like...
And then I was like, yup, that's my daughter.
She's a comedian.
I was like, yeah, that's my, because she goes around pranking everyone in the house. So, and she just gets her thrill from that.
That's funny.
Yep.
Detention? So what, she wasn't allowed to go to lunch?
Well,
Or she
honestly,
could eat her lunch in the class?
I had to ask my son what that meant.
Yeah.
Because I don't even understand. Like, am I supposed to give her lunch to school or what? Or
Yeah, does she get to eat?
yeah, like, what are you even saying?
What
I
type
don't
of
know.
punishment is this?
And then my son says, oh, she just gets to eat in the principal's office by herself. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, we can live with that.
As long as they feed her, right?
Yep. And then she came home yesterday and she was like, Dad, guess what? He was like, what? My teacher did not even remember the detention.
Oh, so it didn't even happen?
It didn't even happen. I was like, oh, good for you. I was like, and did you remember? Yes. And you didn't remind your teacher? No.
Why would you remind her? She's not gonna raise her hand and be like, hey, you were supposed to give me attention.
Oh my God.
If you forgot, I forgot too.
Right.
That's funny.
I was like, yeah, good old teacher, probably thinking about a million problems, not so.
I know. Those
Yeah.
I mean, in charter schools, teachers get paid more, but I know teachers are overworked and overwhelmed.
They are. They are.
And a lot of the ones in public schools, they don't get paid very well.
Wait, the ones in charter school get paid more?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they do get paid more. They don't have unions, so they can get fired easier.
Oh,
And
they just
so-
get more money, but there is no
Yeah, there's no
no
tenure, there's no job security.
security. Yeah.
And if you don't do well and your kids are not performing well, then you could get terminated. And in public schools, once you get tenured and they
Yeah.
have all those unions, you can't just be terminated for any reason.
Oh,
So,
I see.
yeah. But charter school teachers do get paid more. And they need more qualifications.
Oh,
They
really?
need more experience, yeah. A lot of the charter schools are stricter with what they want. I'm trying to show them this scratch that I have here.
So what kind of lawyer are you?
I do employment law.
Oh, okay.
employment law. It's like employment when people get fired, discrimination.
Yeah.
Was that the last one? Oh, no, one more. Okay.
Almost there, don't worry.
Almost. I'm telling my friends about my cat.
About your cat?
Yeah. We have 2 cats, or had, and we had to give one up
Why?
because she's a terrible cat.
Oh, wow.
She's a horrible, horrible cat, but we've been dealing with her forever.
So when you say horrible, what happened? Like, what did she do to make...
Look at all these scratches on her.
Oh!
Look.
Oh, wow.
I have scratches from her from me trying to brush her, or me trying to cut her nails, or brushing her teeth. She's always been a miserable, mean cat. And we just dealt with it because it was just us. But now that the baby is walking and chasing her, and like, you know, wants to be around her, she's been swatting and hissing at the baby. And I was like, you know, for like the past maybe 3 months, just keeping them separate.
Oh, wow.
But on Sunday, my daughter had a scratch right here. I'll show you the picture.
Oh, my God.
That we couldn't explain. And I was like, where did this come from? What happened? And I asked her, I was like, what happened to you here? And I touched it. And all she said was, meow.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, okay. So she basically told us that it was this cat that scratched her. And that was what made me decide to give her up, because she could have gotten her eye, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, if I don't prioritize my kid and I leave this dangerous cat around her that could attack her, like, she could lose her eye, and I'm never gonna forgive myself for that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to put my daughter first. Like, enough is enough. Look at this scratch that she had here, right next to her eye.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what's going on? What happened? And we have 2 cats. The other cat, we trust her. Look how she is with the other cat. She's like perfectly fine.
Oh.
And this cat is so sweet and will come and snuggle up with her. But the other one would literally is like every single time she comes around, she's like, and like swatting at her and like throwing her hands at her.
Why is she so mean?
She's always been like that. But the thing is that we never had kids before. And because she wasn't paying attention to the cats, she just recently started paying attention to them. It was never a problem. And before that, she wasn't walking, and she was just like,
Yeah.
You know. But now that she's walking and running around the house, and now she is like always looking for the cats and climbing under the table to try to get to them, and now it's a problem. And I can't wait for this cat to maul my kid and like, you know, scratch up her face and attack her to then do something about it. That's irresponsible.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to that cat, but my baby comes first.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, I went to the same place that I got her from. It's a bunch of white people. And they're like, why are you doing this? And I explained to them. And they don't understand. I was like, listen, I have to put my child first.
They don't understand even after you said.
Yes. Because to them, they're just like, she's your family too. And I'm like, listen, and I didn't want to say this obviously because I have to keep it professional, but white people are fucking crazy. And I'm not going to prioritize a cat over my child's safety. So you guys are either going to take this cat, or this cat is going to go to the shelter, or I'm going to release this cat into the street. So you decide what you want to do. Take your cat back. And they took her back.
Period.
So we'll see. But yeah, she's just a terrible cat. And then the place today, they posted a video talking about, oh, if you're going to adopt a cat, make sure it's for a lifetime. Now we have to watch this baby suffer. And look at the video they posted, so you can see how crazy this cat is. I was like, you guys don't even know what this cat is gonna do to y'all. She's gonna jump out that bag and attack all of y'all. Look at it right here. That's my cat. Watch her face, watch.
That's the cow growling?
Yes, that's how she was acting to my daughter.
Oh my god. Why?
Because she's mean.
Wow.
And she doesn't like kids. And I'm just like, what the hell? Watch her, look at this. And then scratch the girl. And you could hear her. She was like, shit. This is exactly how she was acting to my kid. You imagine having that in your house?
Oh wow.
Growling like a lion?
Yeah, that don't even sound like a cat.
That's a little cat.
Wow.
And she wasn't like this before. She only started acting like that when she started walking and like going under the table looking for her.
Oh
and
wow.
she's so innocent because she's just like, oh, a cat, meow.
Yeah, that's a toddler. She's one.
Exactly. And this is all you will hear around the house is this sound.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this. I feel like my daughter's not safe at home.
Oh wow.
And I spoke to my husband and I was like, listen.
So could it be that she's like the cat was jealous?
I don't know.
Or
Because
maybe
we
the
have
attention that you're giving.
Again, we have two cats. The other one, she loves the baby. And she comes and she snuggles with her and she's quiet and she's chilled and she can touch her and it's not a problem. This other cat, as soon as like, I remember when I first came home from the hospital and like the baby was home, she didn't leave the room for like 2 months. Pissed that we brought a baby home.
Oh wow.
And I was like,
I didn't know that cats could have like this much emotions.
oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
For like 2 months, she would not leave the room. We had to go bring the food to her because she would not leave the room. And I was thinking, whatever, she's going to warm up. Eventually, she warmed up, but she never really came close to the baby. And I was like, that's fine. Like, if she doesn't come close to her. As soon as my baby started walking and looking for the cats, all you would hear is, oh, I'm like, this is not safe. This is not safe. And, you know, cats don't come with instructions. How was I supposed to know when I got her that she don't like kids?
Mm-hmm.
We found out when we had a kid. And now I have to put my baby first. I'm sorry. And the caption, look at this. Now they're making us sound like animals. The caption says, this is what happens when you return your cat. Do not adopt if it's not for a lifetime. Now we have to watch this baby suffer until she decompresses and not eat. And the people, the comments are crazy.
Yeah, because they don't have context.
They don't have the context.
Yeah.
They don't know that it's because she almost took my baby's eye out.
Yeah.
And so now they're like, oh my God, why would they ever? I can't believe this. What's the excuse? Poor baby, that's heartbreaking. How can you return your child?
Oh my God. No.
And it's just like, yeah, because these people...
Because it's not your child. It's a pet.
Yeah, and it's like, some people are so selfish. Like, are you kidding me? You have no idea what look, we live among absolute fucktards. Like, they make a million excuses. Who really suffers? That poor cat. Why do people do this? Why don't you put the reason why I returned the cat? Because now you're making it seem like I'm just like an asshole that didn't care about the cat. But like I took care of this cat for a long time and everything was fine until I had the baby. I guess they want to hear the news story about a cat killing a baby or a cat. They want to hear the story about the baby that lost her eye.
Yeah, then everybody will blame the mom
And then
say,
why would you keep that
why
cat
would you keep
there?
the cat there? Why would you let the cat
Why
do
would you
that
let
to
a
your
cat?
baby?
Yeah.
There must have been signs. The cat did not just do that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what was I supposed to do? Wait for her to attack her so that you guys could be like, oh, we understand? No, take this cat now because she's been very aggressive. And it's not a regular aggressive. It's like my baby had a huge scratch on her eye, right here, right next to her eye. I'm like, we can't do this, sorry. So my friends are like, oh, how are you feeling that you had to let go of your cat? I'm like, listen. Let me see how long it takes to get home. Okay, now it's not about traffic, so it's only 20 minutes. But I gotta go.
How long did it take you to get here?
35 minutes.
What?
Yeah, because the LIE was bumper to bumper to bumper. I'm exit 51 in Deer Park. I had to get off exit 58.
Oh my God.
From 51 to 58, it was bumper to bumper.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell was going on? But it was a couple of things going on. There was an accident on one side, and then on the other side, the police
because that's not normal.
stopped. And I figured it was because it was 3 o'clock. I was like, is it because schools just let out or something? I don't know what's going on. But it was two separate things.
Damie, pour hot water now.
It was two separate things happening at the same time.
Imagine how the cat would have been if after you have the new baby still.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I was talking to my husband. I was like, listen, I can't keep an eye on them 24/7, especially when the new baby gets here. I'm not, because for a couple of weeks now, all I did was, like, when she comes home from daycare, I would lock up the cat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will only take the cat out when either the baby was downstairs or the baby wants to sleep.
That's so stressful, because...
Right, and it's like I had to play these games of, okay, I can't have them both at the same time because I don't know what's going to happen. Like, even if I go to the kitchen to go grab something, or if I go to the bathroom to use the bathroom and she's watching TV or something, I can't always watch them. It's not realistic that I have my eye on both of them 24/7. So I would always either lock the cat up, or if she was somewhere else, I would make sure they weren't in the same room. I can't do that when the baby gets here.
Yep.
And then this just happened on Sunday, and that was proof. I'm like, see, I can't watch them all the time because I don't even know how that scratch happened.
You shouldn't have to do that.
And my husband was like, oh, why you weren't watching them? I'm like, don't ask me that, because you know I was watching, but things happen. And like, I can't control a cat. You know how quickly they just could go like this and like, that's it? I'm like, this is crazy. And he's like, well, we're going to have to get rid of the cat then. And I'm like, yeah, we're just going to have to get rid of her because And I told them too at the shelter, and they were like, "Oh, well, have you tried separating them?" And I was like, "Listen, I've been dealing with this mean cat for a long time, and I've been dealing with this situation since my baby got home almost 2 years ago. So you can't tell me that I just gave up. I've been dealing with this for a long time."
2 years. Wow.
Yeah, for 2 years. We had the cat for 7 years in total.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And
And-
she's always
and
been
the-
like this.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, like, was it like this before the baby?
Yes. It was always a mean cat. And she would also attack my other cat. Eventually, she got used to the other cat and stopped attacking her. But she used to attack my other cat, and she was always scratching us up and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And things got worse when I brought the baby home 2 years ago. And it wasn't an issue because she wasn't walking. But I will always keep them separate. Now, I can't control her because she got a lot of energy. She's the type to just be running around touching everything. And I'm like, I can't do it, especially when this new baby comes. But yeah. I'm like, how dare these people post a video with no context? And now all these comments over here cursing us out.
One thing about social media is that they are always quick to jump to conclusion.
1,000%. Oh my god, I feel so good.
It was like a nice cold feeling.
Yeah. It's like relief on the scalp.
there with hot water for the ends.
Okay. I have a little trash can.
Just leave it there when you're done. I'll
Okay.
take it.